Alrighty, boys and girls, welcome back to the romper room. No, I never know what I'm gonna say when the video camera starts rolling. We are rolling here at Sharp Customs. Oh, look where the camera girl's standing. Look what we've got in the house. We've got one of the Chevy trucks in the house. Yes, we are going to get ramping back up on at least one of the Chevy trucks. We said last year that we were going to have this thing possibly road ready by the end of October. And here we are, 1 year, almost to the date, in October, approaching the end of October, and we actually just rolled it back in. Now you gotta notice, where's the 49 Ford? It's not in the house. It's not in the house. No, it's actually sitting just outside the door in the driveway. I took it for a couple test drives, I guess you would say, today. I don't go far for my initial test drives, just because for the pure fact that, you know, like, I might only go down, you know, a couple streets, turn around, and kind of come back, because you never know. And kind of a good thing I did that, because yes, it has slight, I got some carburetor problems, you know, popping and burping in the carburetor. As many times as I've had that carburetor off to clean it, I could smell, pretty sure it was brake shoe material. I think I got to readjust the rear brake shoes. I think I've got them just a little bit too tight. I left the car outside because it's kind of been drizzling on and off this evening here in southern Ontario, and I was like, well, you know, it's got some dust on the roof and dust all over. It kind of needs a little bit of a wash, and I'm going to go out there probably after this video and look inside, because we had some leakage. I don't know if it was the back window, the front window, the side windows. I don't really know. Overall, it drove nice. It's not a power beast. It steered nice. The brakes were okay. It's got some rattles inside the car that kind of need some attention. But that car, I don't even know when that car, I don't even think the owners know when that car was, if it was even ever on the road. And the reason I say that is because the front bumper never had any signs of where a license plate was mounted. Actually, I had to drill some holes in the front bumper to mount the front license plate. But some more exciting news, which will probably be a video tomorrow. I do have my firewood load coming first thing in the morning, which is going to be a lot of work. I ordered a new tarp for the tent, and I think we'll just, you know what, we'll save that for tomorrow. I will go over all of that tomorrow. Maybe we'll actually do a short segment when the truck gets here, so you can see it dumping all the wood. My truck is pushed up to the top of the driveway. I actually got to go out after this video and kind of roll it back a little closer to the 49. But like I say, it's exciting, because yeah, we finally got a Chevy truck back in the garage, and me and the lovely camera girl, we've been kind of looking at this, and we kind of forgot. It's been a year, and we've kind of forgotten where we left off, you know, on this build. You know, motors in it, the trannies in it. You know, there's so much to do yet. We did run the motor. There is a video where we did run the motor, not in the truck. We ran the motor on the floor. Got to get the carburetor cleaned. I think one of the main priorities, you know, to start with there's an echo under here. One of the main priorities here is to, you know, braking system and probably the drive shaft. That way we can kind of get this thing to the point where if we need to move it out, you know, to, you know, swap tires, do a brake job on just a piece of crap car, we can kind of do that. Personally, the pair of us, you know, Karen, the camera girl, and myself, we would like to just put both our trucks in here and kind of, you know, concentrate on them. But yeah, these poor things, they've been sitting outside for, now that I think about it, pretty much close to a year. You know, mine sitting out there, the furthest movement that truck has got is being pushed from where it sunk into my driveway down just outside of this door, up to the top of the driveway and back again, and then back to the top of the driveway today, so we could drive the 49 out and take it for a couple test drives. And yes, I'm sorry that we didn't videotape that, but I kind of wanted to work out a few of the bugs before me and the camera girl actually get in it. And you know, we'll take you along. We'll take you along for a ride, or at least the camera girl can stand out front as I zoom back and forth past the driveway. I mean, maybe we should have done that this afternoon, but you know, I had the owners here, and we kind of don't like to involve other people that possibly might not want to be in our YouTube videos, and we respect that. That's kind of really all I got to say about that. Not everybody wants to be in front of the camera, and you know, some people don't care. You know, professionals out there that are making tons and tons of money doing video blogs and stuff like that, you know, they've got to get out legal documents and get people to put their John Hancock on the paperwork, you know, just even just for a YouTube video. And so we prefer to, you know, we just prefer to do it with us. And the dogs, of course. You know, sometimes my son is involved, sometimes my daughter is involved, you know, but those are people, that's family. That's different. You know, sometimes my dad is involved, and sometimes we do have the odd friend that is involved, but hey, they're participants. You know, they want to be in it. But that's all I got to say about that. But this is very exciting. My wood coming tomorrow is very exciting because I'm down to the last couple little logs of hardwood that I actually have to throw in the fireplace. Look at this guy. This guy is so good, man. As soon as the camera's rolling, before the camera even started to roll, he was like flipping his ball and a plastic cap all over the garage, and then the camera rolls, and it's like he just goes into this mellow state. He goes into this mellow state. It's almost like he knows. Oh, you're such a good boy, Mr. Max. It's like he almost knows that we're shooting a video, and it's time for him to shut up and just kind of chill out, and you know. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and he does it every single time that we do a video. You know, most videos you don't even see him because, yeah, he'll just go jump up in one of the chairs, or you know, the lazy boy sitting there, or he'll just go find himself a place to, you know, curl up in a ball. But yeah, we've got stuff all spread out. We carried down the bin of parts, and we kind of spread it out, and we're just kind of going through stuff, because like I said, we don't really know where we left off, and it's going to take a few days. It's definitely going to take a few days to, you know, kind of in our heads to kind of go over things. And I'm going to say that the body fared well. We did have the cab at least tarped. You know, we got some marks. I don't think, see that stuff there? That's nothing. That's just from the tarp. The roof, yeah, probably need a few more coats of epoxy. Maybe. I don't know if the discoloration, no, it's just rubbing off, so it's not even rust. The only place that I actually seen rust burn through the hood, we didn't touch the hood. I can honestly say we did not touch the hood. That rust was there on that hood.
Oh, it was not that bad.
Well, maybe not that bad, but I mean, that's, you know, that's surface. The fenders, look at the fenders. The fenders are freaking awesome. You know, for just epoxy primer. Now, you can see that the shine is gone. You know, that's what the epoxy primer does. It kind of goes, look at, there you go. It goes a little chalky, you know, out in the sunlight, in the UV. Sometimes it actually turns different colors. The epoxy on my truck actually turned like an olive green, which is kind of weird, and we'll definitely show you that.
You can see it a bit on the driver's door.
Yeah, well, because it's got different epoxies on it. The back, if the camera wants to come around to the back of the cab, where we actually had some extensive work, was this seam right here, where the cab actually attaches to the lower part of the cab. We actually did do inside and outside. There's a flange inside here that, you know, bolts together to hold these two pieces together. And we did some pretty, the camera girl did some pretty extensive work on the inside. You know, for it to rust a bit here and crack a bit here, you know, like I say, it's been out in the elements for a whole year. And that right there is, you know, the majority of it is staining, you know, from a little bit of rust trying to get through. You know, and we, trust me, inside and outside, we didn't separate the two pieces. We did what we could, you know, because that's, you know, we're not building show queens here. We're building drivers. We're not about fashion. We're about function. And, you know, that's this type of stuff is just stuff you have to deal with, you know. Separating an upper part of a cab from a lower part of a cab is an extensive amount of work. Personally, myself, I've never done it, whether it be a car or a truck or anything like that. You know, and trying to, let's face it, where we live, you know, trying to completely get rid of this stuff, you're obviously not going to drive the vehicle all season, which is what my lovely wife Karen, the camera girl, wants to do with this truck. She wants to drive this all seasons, you know, summer, fall, winter, spring, all year round as an everyday vehicle, and get away from that electronic crap, you know. Just have a nice old vintage vehicle, you know, that can sustain all seasons of the year, you know. I mean, I've done it before, and I you know, I invoke it. I want to see that. I would love to see this thing chugging along in the winter time, you know. Put some weight in the back, put some put some all seasons or some snow tires on the back and just drive it for a vehicle that it's supposed to be. You know, doesn't need four-wheel drive, put a little weight in the back. You know, a lot of us old schoolers, we grew up with rear-wheel drive. We didn't have that luxury of, you know, all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. It was like, now we just threw some weight in the trunk or in the back of the pickup truck, and you know, you went on your merry way. But yeah, that's just us, man. That's us old school, you know, people. Call us old. I don't care if you want to call us old, but that's what we grew up with, man. We know how to drive the old school stuff. You know, all these new generations of people that gotta have all this luxury and, you know, screens and all the, you know, the sensors all the way around your vehicle to tell you that somebody's too close, or, oh, don't change lanes, there's somebody there, you know, a backup camera and all that garbage. It's like, nah, it's just a bunch of unnecessary BS. That's all I'm gonna say about that stuff. You know, give me fuel, give me fire. That's all that I desire. What more can I say? Till tomorrow, because we are going to shoot another one, man. That's all I've got to say tonight. It's short, it's quick, I think. But, yeah. Come back tomorrow. Check out what we'll be doing. I'll be showing you the process of, I guess you call it winterizing the shop, in a sense. You know, my wood load, and we got to put a tarp on the tent. That arrived today, which was perfect timing. Like, I don't know how that worked out, but that was perfect timing. My wood guy called me this afternoon. The tarp showed up this evening, and I was like, perfect. We'll get the tarp up, we'll get the wood dropped in the driveway, and we'll show you all that. No doubt about it. Sharp Customs, you know the routine, man. Love you all. Johnny's out. Till tomorrow.